This episode is brought to you by the RVA Podcast Network. Find more information at rvapodcast.org.
We do not own the rights to anything or any music that's heard during the duration of this podcast. Also, a lot of these shows will have explicit content. So if you are not a fan of any cursing or profanity, you may want to walk away, but that does not mean that every show will consist of such. Welcome to season 6 of The Pass, BT. Didn't think we'd get here, but here we are. Show going a bit of a different direction, as you may have noticed near the end of season 5. Sports is still a thing, but not as much. You'll get more information about what's going on in the tech world, what's going on in the music world. We actually have kind of gotten rid of Ass of the Week. Once in a while, you may get one here and there, but I still want to stick with the main gist of passing the message to you all. So take your time, but don't waste your time as you sit and enjoy a new season of The Pass with your host, BT. What's up, y'all? How's everyone doing? Episode 349 of The Pass is here. I'm your host, BT. We're doing yet another episode. I have a guest on. I'm going to give her a moment to introduce herself. We'll do a pre-pod conversation in a moment as far as just some off-air topics. But we got a good amount of stuff we're going to get into. So I'm going to let her introduce. Like I said, I'll let her introduce herself in a moment. But just doing this video, me doing this recording as a kind of a spinoff, because I know I did like a quick recording earlier. So that was a little bit of a relaxation. Go ahead and sip the water. It's fine. Let's go ahead and get all the uncomfortableness out of the way. I promise you, they ain't gonna hear none of that. So just go ahead. You good? Twist. Get yourself together. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, like. Chill.
Okay, right.
All right. So I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'll go ahead and let her introduce herself. So I gave her a minute of buffer time, so she can say all her information and accolades, and we'll get the show started. Anytime.
Oh my gosh.
Which ain't like the introduction?
No, it's not that. Okay. Well, my name is Nicole Christina Jones. My artist name is Nichrist John. It's a bridge version of my name.
Okay.
I'm a mother, a singer, a songwriter. I'm nervous.
Don't know why.
Oh my gosh.
What else? Tell us about you. Don't push away from the microphone.
I like kayaking.
Uh-huh.
I like to kayak.
Okay.
I like fishing.
You talked about anime earlier.
I mean, my daughter's like super into anime.
I'm an anime noob.
Oh my gosh.
I know nothing about it. I respect it. No, like, because the closest I got with anime is Kiriko Basketball, and that's it.
I haven't seen that one.
It's probably one of my favorite ones, only because as someone who played basketball, I was like, I can rock with this. So yeah. What? What?
Oh, Pokemon's coming out.
It's Pokemon.
Scarlet Violet's coming out. That's
okay.
Cool.
So yeah, so you would be right up like a lot of my friends in my circle. They're heavy on those things.
Cool.
So that's like their connection. So to break ice, here, there you go. There you go. Just go for it, because you need it more than I do.
Oh my gosh, why?
What do you mean why?
Hi, little friend. Oh my gosh.
So
okay.
I'm gonna do an icebreaker.
Okay.
This will be kind of a fun conversation.
Okay.
If you were in a room and you were forced to put on a set of headphones and listen to 5 albums, non-skip, what albums would they be? No particular order.
5 albums, non-skip. This is a hard question.
No, it's not. You can name at least one.
Mine. Well, it's not an album, but
that's fine. Talk your shit. Come on.
Definitely would have Nichrist John on there. Oh my gosh, Anderson .Paak.
Which one?
All of them.
Okay, so you do. Okay, so his whole
anything,
discography.
Anything Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
I like Snow Allegra.
The first one.
It's go back to second one.
Okay. I say I like well, no, because I forgot. It's like she did. Yeah, because there's the first album that no one talks about, and then there's the main album. You like the last one better? You don't? You can say it out loud. Why? You act like these artists gonna hear it. Girl, if you don't turn around and start talking, this is not that type of podcast.
The last one wasn't my favorite.
Okay, that's fine. What? Artists gonna come from they gonna come from my Twitter or something?
I like her. Let's see. That's 3.
Yep.
Let's see, 2 more. I don't know. I would go back to the 90s.
So you like those feels?
I like the 90s. Like, that's my thing. Like, 90s music. I feel like.
Okay.
T.J. Moses. Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
And that's not open anymore.
Okay.
I don't know. My brain is really blank.
All right.
Next question.
We'll circle back to next question. She says.
Because it's going to be like 5 hours while I'm sitting here trying to contemplate.
Well, we only got to run for 2 hours, number one. And number two, I'm not doing a 2-hour show because I have a task updated. And fair warning, this podcast will consist of majority laughter, but a lot of legitimate content. I promise you.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so no, you say it ain't working. That's gone. I'm glad. This is where you need to wear headphones. So if you heard all of this, it would be funny.
Oh my gosh.
You realize it's cool.
I don't hear anything.
Of course. She said I don't hear anything.
Give me the water. Mom's can't hear me gulp.
No.
Wait, can you?
The perks of audio editing.
Oh no.
All right, so
Okay.
So she said she is a music head. That's why I started with that music question first. Because, and I ain't gonna say nothing that you left out because you are creative. We've had a lot of offline convos or conversations through Messenger. Well, all right, better yet, this is how I'm gonna start because I'm gonna start how I like to start because it's always random. You added me on Facebook, which is cool. And the first question was, do I know so-and-so? And I was like, not really. I'm trying to remember if I said yeah, no, I don't even remember. I really don't. Because it was just like, all right. And then we started talking about different things that we were into, like stuff that I was doing, stuff you were doing. And it was like, okay, it's actually isn't a bad connection, a bad combo. So then I kind of threw the wild card of saying, all right, we'll come on the podcast. Oh, I don't know, I'm not going to have anything to talk about. And I'm like, most people that say they don't have anything to talk about have plenty to talk about. It's just not on the platform. Is that am I valid on what I've said so far?
Yeah, because I do talk a lot.
That's what,
I don't know.
But if you're on the right topic, if you're on the right topic, then it's beneficial to have the right conversation. So that's why.
True. I agree.
That's why, it's, and I say this to people all the time, podcasting or just talking. So, for instance, if I took the microphone away and we started talking, it would be no different of a conversation.
I know, right?
So what makes it
I don't know.
No, you do know.
I don't.
Is it matter what matter?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. So,
That's
all right,
so
cool.
Weird.
No, it's not because you're giving me these are so one, and I'll tell you like I told my boy last week when I had him on, or a couple weeks ago. I can thank Angie Martinez for helping me learn how to podcast like this, because now I'm not as let me sit down with a book and have a whole list of questions.
That's true.
You didn't notice that?
No.
I really don't have any questions sitting there. If you listen to the podcast she did with J. Cole, that helped me understand how to just talk about life. So that's why I wasn't, because at first I was like, I'm not about to sit here. So this is what makes it funny. The person that the podcast that I sent you, I'll link the podcast in the show notes for y'all. Before we did that podcast, she needed to know what the questions were that I was going to ask. Well, no big deal. So I sent her the list probably a couple weeks before we did the show. And she came in with a notebook and all this stuff. And I was sitting there, I was like, look, we're going to relax. I ain't about, the way I'm sitting right now, that's how the show will be. I'm not about to sit here and make this into some like drilling hard thought, crazy questions, because at the end of the day, it's about like they already. And I'm saying this. I mean, this is just a normal. This is not how I normally do things. They already know what I sound like. I've done like 300 something episodes. They don't care about me.
That's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. They don't want to know. They don't need to know what my thoughts are. Yeah, you caught it.
Oh my gosh, really? And it's and you know what's crazy? I was like, I hope they don't think that sounds like a fart.
They're not gonna pay no. And after you said that, then they really
oh,
go.
dang it! You know what? See? Oh my gosh, just be quiet.
No, this is podcasting
It
101.
wasn't. Oh my.
They know it's not. Anyone who knows my shows know.
I'm just gonna put my hands up.
If you hold your hands up during the show, I'm gonna laugh the whole time. We ain't gonna have no
Oh
fun.
my goodness.
All right,
Okay.
so the music. So for instance, because two of the questions I asked off air was about, are you comfortable with music, and are you okay with creating content? You mentioned this earlier, and I guess it's kind of a way to kind of get the ball rolling. Before I ask that question, I'm gonna ask this because this will tie into it. The level of discomfort you have with podcasting, how is that discomfort different from you doing music? Yeah, that's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question. I don't know, because like honestly, like in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
I know they was mad at me because
Why?
it's just like stall. Hold on, oh my gosh, like I was overthinking, So like, and I think that too, it like came out a lot in the music.
Okay.
I mean, I can hear it. I can definitely hear, me trembling and whatnot, and
Right.
knowing that there was a person there watching me, like I just felt nervous. But then I just turned the lights off and like I closed my eyes or I turned around, like just I tried to pretend like I was there by myself, but like in the back of my mind, I still knew it. But like I don't know, I really liked the song, so
Okay.
I wanted to make the song, and I was paying for the song, so I was like, "Girl, you better sing this song."
Right. No, absolutely.
Pretty much.
So stage presence. Because you got to understand when you ask. Like I told you, and I'm saying this because I really want people to understand, and I'll market as well because I want people to listen to that podcast in its entirety and then understand like why I interview or talk like this. Isn't even an interview. This is like an impromptu conversation. But like, I'm gonna ask you questions and it'll be like, oh, cool. So you brought this up. Well, let's go into this.
Okay.
So like for instance, a point that you just made. You said, okay, when I'm talking, it's me. I'm up here singing, and okay, it's so many people. But then I kind of zoned it out and I got into my zone. So when you got in the zone, there's a term, you probably heard of this, stage presence. So you pretty much realized you had stage presence once you got into that space, right?
I guess I have stage presence to some extent.
Okay,
I definitely need to work on my stage presence.
All right, so let's...
I am say your story.
Yeah, tell the story.
Presence.
Yeah, that's what...
It's non-studio. So I tried to like sing. I went to open mic and tried to sing.
Which one? Tuesday Versus?
Bad Thursdays. And it was bad.
You said Bad Thursdays?
Yeah, Bad Thursdays at Brewers Cafe.
Oh, I've never gone.
Oh my gosh.
I need to check that out.
The lemon drops.
I'm
food. Oh my gosh, we could talk for hours about it. I'm telling you, like
I'm goated on lemon drops. So I understand. That's kind of like a go-to. Okay,
it's so good.
I'll keep that in mind. That might be a good.
Now I want one. Focus. Okay, but yeah, I got up on that stage. I did terrible. I ain't gonna lie, like because it was like eyeballs like looking at me and like my mind, and it was live music too, like a live band. Mm-hmm. So it's just like I think I was like overthinking it. I was trying to play music with a live band was there, which was nonsense, and then like it was just all bad. And then I was looking at all the eyes that were just staring at me, and I just froze. Like there was no stage presence at all. Like I was like, just do it.
Has that changed?
No.
Do you think it could change?
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, it's definitely gotten better. Like I remember doing like morning meetings at like at community, and like
right.
I had to do it,
Yeah.
So like from just me thinking that point until now, I mean, I've definitely gotten better. So I think it's possible. I just need to overcome myself. I think that's the biggest thing. Like our biggest battle is with ourselves.
Yeah.
So mentally, I just need to stop focusing so much on what I think I may come across as, and just enjoy being myself and like being who I am, because that's not gonna change regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
So, once I master that fact, I think I'll be all right.
Okay. 90. So I'm gonna give a piggyback off of that. 90% of what you worry about never happens. Number one. No, definitely. So
yeah,
I always use this as like a talking point to tell people. I don't know if I've talked to you about it or not. Have you heard of the book The Secret?
I don't think so.
Okay, so The Secret is about the law of attraction. And in the lamest terms, it's basically saying, like, there's a movie for it. The movie used to be on Netflix. Now you can find a way to get it out. We'll share it off air. But, and it's not illegal. Let me go ahead and let y'all, because I don't want nobody to think, oh, you about to get something. No, it's a link online on YouTube that you can find to like actually watch the full video. But they have the book. They had a book too. So the book, I got pulled in based on the book. I had seen the video before, but didn't really pull it or catch it as much. But then I had the book. I read the book at like a perfect point in my life because it made me understand how we are as people. If you go, like if I come into this podcast and I said it's going to be a horrible podcast, then I'm asking for a bad podcast. I don't speak like that. So that's why I'm confident when I tell you like, hey, we're going to do a good show. And you're like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, if I'm saying it, we're going to do it. Because I don't develop trash. That's just my personal. I know that's kind of like, dang, that's kind of cut and dry, but it's
that's
like,
confident. That's
but
good.
but also remember, like I know I said it earlier, doing 300 plus shows, I have a lot of trash episodes. So like I have episodes that I've done and I'm like I had funny story, but it's full circle about it. And that was the show. That was what we did on what I had on the show last week. My boy, we talked about like everything full circle. Well, not him, but a friend of mine said, okay, come to the house. We're going to set up the laptop. We're going to hook it up to the speaker. And we're going to just rip your show apart. And we listened to the show. It was almost like, in sports terms, it was like I was pretty much like 0 for 10 from the field. I couldn't get nothing. Everything was just off. My energy wasn't good. I seemed disinterested. I didn't care. That podcast, or listening to that podcast, helped me understand better. So I'm saying that in your case, like with confidence, the more you get on stage, the more you got the right people. Like for instance, I'll tell you off rip. If you say, hey, I'm gonna be out here on a Thursday and I know you're going, I'm cheering. I don't care how, yo, sing that song out. Because I think that's what people need sometimes. Like some people need it, some don't. Like I have someone now, like I brought her stage presence. For her, she was like, I'm gonna go up there, go sing. Just go sing. Because I knew she could do it. Yeah. It was just her needing to go and just like push herself out. If I never said anything, she wouldn't have went up there. But sometimes it's just having the right people or having the right dynamic behind you or what you're doing. Because if you know your skill set, like I can turn this microphone off and talk about whatever. But if I turn the microphone, I'm still talking. It's just a voice. It's just being, as I've called it on other podcasts, it's on wax. That's the only difference. So stage presence, working on it. I can go with that. Let's see. You say you've done music. How long have you been doing music?
Let's see. I guess my first concept when I was like 18. So like one of the excuse me. Mm-hmm. So you see, reality. I actually wrote that like when I was 18.
Okay.
And I just released it now, like years later. So like and then Do You Want To? I was 19 when I wrote that one. Mm-hmm. So like I mean I've been doing music, but then I kind of like, you know, got 2 kids. My daughter's 18.
Right.
Got a 1-year-old, so it's just like I don't know. In life, I just wasn't really focused so much on it, I guess.
Okay. Do you have more passion to it now?
Absolutely.
So if you were to be put in a position, so going back to the 5 tracks, if I was to say I give you the studio for 24 hours, could you work on a song?
I would be so excited. What?
Right,
you know how many songs I would have in 24? What? Yes.
Okay.
Man, that'd be cool.
So 24 hours. If you had a 24-hour session to just go for broke, you could.
Yeah, because I got beats and songs already written. I don't know. It's just like I guess I don't know. Like unless I feel like it's 100% like then I can't do anything. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
are you your biggest fan, or are you your biggest critic?
I think my son is my biggest fan.
Okay.
But I'm probably my biggest critic.
Okay. So how can we change that? This is what
I know, right?
This is what I was saying when we had the offline combo. I said, I'm gonna ask some questions and I'm gonna bring some stuff that's gonna say, hey, we gotta unpack, we gotta get into it. Because it's all about the reason and why you're thinking about that. I'm asking questions like this because I want you to be a better version and a greater version of you every day. Like, it's a video this guy said, he was like, that person that you're trying to be, you will never be him or her. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be trying your best to excel and improve every day. Because where he is or she is, that's the end of that's going to be that maximum point because you've done all that you can. And I think we sometimes don't look at it that way because it's so, like, out there, but it could be so close and we don't know it. I know it's like a way to flip it, but it's just something to think about.
I mean, I definitely, I noticed the difference in, like when I'm confident and I sing and when I'm overthinking and I sing. It definitely reflects,
What changes? Or what stands out, I guess, is the better question.
All right, so let's say, if I'm just in the car, in a natural setting,
Mm-hmm.
I was just singing as I naturally would. Sometimes I might just, randomly blurt out a song. Because, sometimes, I'll be having a conversation with someone and, I will sing it instead of, say it.
Right.
I don't know, it's just weird. But,
no, it's not weird.
Hold
on, time out. Before we go any further. Weird is...
Really
that's
good.
You. Weird is good. No, I think that's a concept that's so out there because, there's this whole thing when it comes to, if you're into certain things, oh, that's weird. No, that's you. Everyone has their things there. So I'm not saying, you say what you feel about it, but that's not weird. That's, that's you being you. Because I'm a person, when I'm in the car, I'm a whole mixtape. I jam, I'll jam it. But then, too, I'm one of those ones, when I was on the way here, I play lo-fi. And a lot of people don't understand. They be like, you play lo-fi all day? Yes, because I've had chaos from 9 to 5. I want calm from 5:30 or whatever till when I get home. Balance. So, yeah, but continue, my bad. Comfort, discomfort, being on stage.
But let's see. How can I overcome myself?
Yeah.
Just do it. Honestly, I feel like this. Mm-hmm. This is me stepping out of my comfort zone. So I feel like I'll be more comfortable,
If somebody else invited you on the show.
Or the next time, I don't know, whatever.
No, if I say, hey, come back on the show in a couple weeks, you'd be like, all right, I can do this.
I would be more comfortable. Because I've already done it. You know what I'm saying? So I think now, and as we go, I'm starting to feel more comfortable as we're sitting here. So I think if you just do it.
Right.
That'll help.
Okay.
Because I definitely feel more relaxed. I don't even need you squishy. Squishy, you got a squishy back.
Okay. I can have my own device back. Yeah. All right. So creative. This is something that I like to ask. What do you think the state of creativity is today? As far as people's ability to be creative, as far as their ability to, that's heavy. You got to hold. No, how much time do I have? I'm officially the B mic for the rest of the show. You go ahead. You got it.
I feel let me just give him my shit.
No, say it. I'm asking. I
can't really speak just because I really don't have my content is not really. I don't even look at it as content really. I just post what I feel post to kids or something that I feel is funny and it's okay if I think it's funny I gotta post that but it's either positive or it's funny or it's me making fun of myself and my me trying to overcome my little acting thing I did on TikTok. I can't act for anything, obviously, but I made it funny and it was pretty much for me to get out of myself because I don't like being on camera and all that other stuff. So for me, that was me trying to like break out of my shell. Yeah. But like I thought it was entertaining, you know. But it's just like I don't know. I don't understand. Like you could talk about something that's positive and resourceful and like helping someone or something like that, and people kind of like don't look at that stuff, but like
Right.
you know, the lewd stuff or
The viral clips. Yeah.
it's just like it's nonsense, and I don't understand why this stuff gets so much attention. Like it's vile, and it's just like that's what people like. But if you talk about and promote positivity, then like people just kind of like look at it like okay, and I just don't understand that.
Low vibration versus high vibration. You want me to carry?
Yes,
where I'm going with
please.
that?
Yes.
She looked at me like, I mean, that dog. What do you mean by that? So things that are low vibrational, more people gravitate towards. Things that are uplifting, things that people need, ways like resources. We don't want to pull ourselves into that. I'll give you a great example.
Well, why though?
I'm gonna throw a wild pitch about it. If you tell someone, "Hey, I can give you these resources to help you become a better person, and this is what I did to get to where I'm at," no one wants to do A, B, C, D, E, F to get to Z. They just go A, lead me to Z. All the negative things, because it's a shock value and it's a high impact, instant gratification. It's an instant gratification because it's giving people the engagement they need. To add to that, I don't know if you've ever seen it because I was actually talking to the kids about this earlier. On Netflix, there was a movie called The Social Dilemma. The Social Dilemma explained something that I never paid any attention to before, which is social media has a goal. Their goal is to keep you on their app as long as possible. We know that. But the end users don't understand that sometimes because they attach themselves to, I got to look at these videos. I got to look at these videos. I got to look at the same videos over and over and over. When in reality, and I even told the kids this earlier, why are you giving effort and energy to an application that is not paying you for using their product, but you're making money for them the longer you stay on their product? So the reason why, going back to the low and high portion of it, low are those, oh, so-and-so got in a fight, oh, whatever. Like, it's one person whose page, I'm almost to the point where I want to unfollow it because it's very negative.
I don't like the negative stuff.
It's like he posts these videos of people where it's like, yeah, this shooting happened, da 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 da, and I'm just like, do I really want to sit here and watch somebody like be in the process of like, hey, we're hanging out and everything's cool, and then all of a sudden it's pop. But if you look at the news and tying it back, like take social media out of it, put news into it. News starts off with raw, blunt, honest, what is going on in the world, even if we don't want to know it. I tell people this all the time. I've stopped watching the news post 9/11 because the 9/11 happened. Like to this day, I still remember where I was. I remember everything to a T that day. Like I was in school. I went into class. I went in the library. I come back out. Everybody, this was at J. Sarge out in Perham. I come out. Everybody's standing in like the lobby area. You'd think they was looking at a movie when it was just this story going on. And it's like, this gravitates and pulls our attention. But if it's, hey, here's a way for you all to get an LLC. Here's a way for you all to become better, become like in tech. Like I'm in tech now. Anything that I talk about to help people try to find like income and get money, I don't know if I want to do all that. Okay, I can't feed you if you're not hungry.
Everybody want to be TikTok famous though.
Yeah, but that TikTok fame is like temporary. Like
yeah, exactly.
Do I want to have 4 million people following me that I'm never gonna see?
Exactly. Like it's not even genuine connections. Like you don't know these people, you don't know nothing about these people.
Right.
And it's like the only thing that connects you is, like you haven't had a conversation. So it's just like, how can you really be connected with someone you don't even talk to?
Right.
But sorry.
No, you're good. No. You're fine. I wanted to make sure I answer the question because I don't want to like give like a roundabout way because it is one of those things where why does the things that shouldn't draw the most attention draw the most? But it's because of how people what pulls people in, because at the end of the day, even though I think my times have been okay. I always like to challenge people. I say, hey, go to your settings, go to your screen time, whether you have an Android or an iPhone.
Wait, I want to do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
All right, how you do it?
Should be, you got a Droid, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me see. Go to settings, and I'm going to see if I find her. How much you got? 3%?
Her 2.
Okay.
It's low.
That's fine. Time.
Oh my gosh, this probably say 80 hours. That's gonna be embarrassing.
No, it's not. It's gonna be
1,000
reality.
hours.
Screen. Let's see.
All right, disclaimer. I've been on social media for,
it's
for
cool.
4 months now. And let's see how much screen. Oh my gosh.
I want to see if it shows, because most of them do show like the screen time.
I want to know too.
Screen time. I'm curious. I'm probably somewhere. I have no idea, because battery, display, apps and notifications. These are open apps. Screen time.
Oh,
no, that ain't bad.
Wait,
Yesterday, all right.
Oh my
God.
God. This is the deal.
You need this?
Yes.
No, I thought you was good. So yesterday you was on, use your phone for 6 hours.
Dang.
The app that you used the most was TikTok for an hour and a half. You was on Messenger for 31 minutes.
It's not that bad.
No, that ain't too bad.
I'm not addicted yet, I don't think.
Okay, May 31st. May 31st. Yeah, so you about to shoot yourself in the foot. May 31st, you were on your phone for 14 hours, 3 minutes.
Well, how was I on my phone for 14 hours?
You were on TikTok for 5 hours.
5 hours on TikTok? What was I doing?
I don't know.
Okay, look. Wait, just cut.
No, don't cut. No.
Are you serious? 5 hours on TikTok? Wait, let me see. What was I doing? What day was that?
That was a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, I don't know what I was doing.
You had so last week you had 8 hours.
Gosh.
You had Sunday you had 8 hours. Monday you had 11 hours. Tuesday 14. Wednesday 11. Thursday 10. Friday 10. Saturday 9.
It's a full-time job.
And for that's the point I'm making.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're using your phone, you can look at that. I'm leaving on that page so you can go for it. See, like so to give you an idea, so for instance, look at mine. This is last week. Last week, I was on TikTok for a full day of the whole week, which is not good.
Wait.
So this is the full week. I mean, this is the average time.
Okay.
Then this is the application TikTok.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
How though?
What you mean how?
You ain't go to sleep?
No. So you got well, yeah. No. So I'm gonna give you. So here's what's funny. This is, and then I'm giving tea without giving tea. I'm done. Just think about it. If you're giving someone a video, let's say you watch 30 videos back to back. They're all a minute, give or take. You've already exceeded a half an hour right there.
Yeah.
But think of how much you're scrolling through the day and how much time is being put into that.
Oh yeah, and it's crazy because whenever, like, if you leave a comment or something, and like if someone like likes something, that brings me right back to TikTok.
Right.
And I have to respond because I want to make connections. I want to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know how your day is. So, like, I'm gonna start asking questions.
But then the counter to that is, do you have to do it throughout the day, or can you allot a certain part of the day to just do that? It's questions you have to ask yourself. I understand. I'm not giving. Let me be clear. I'm not giving. And this isn't me stating this to you. This is me.
That does
like,
sound bad, though.
No,
God.
yeah, but it's. I mean, and to play devil's advocate to myself with the statement, it's also like, you paid this money for this phone. I'm gonna use my phone, so I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna look at what I want to because I paid for it. But just like, yeah, you have, but like and this is what I was telling the kids today. I'm like, if you're giving an application 5 hours a day, but you're not making any money off of that app,
yeah, might need to rethink some things.
just read your room. Like that's all I bring up. A lot of times, like, now my scrolling that time was mostly like, a lot of times if I'm asleep at night, I'll do some swiping. I'm just scrolling through looking at stuff, and that's for that whole day. I think with mine, I might be wrong, but I know sometimes it will, and it ain't even an excuse. No, this is just for my phone. Like, it could be, how much did I do on my phone? How much did I do on my iPad? How much did I do on my computer? But it tells you that information. Some people don't want to see it because it's a harsh truth.
Yee.
Yeah. So something to think about.
Definitely something to think about. Like, where's all your time going throughout the day? That's a whole podcast in itself.
But that was why I made the statement that I made yesterday, as far as like time management and just knowing how to like balance what's important and what's worth, what's worth investing your time in for, that is a benefit or isn't a benefit. Let's see. Oh, all right. So we did talk about this a little bit yesterday.
Okay.
So you said you have your music on YouTube, which is great. How often, like, if you do you have more songs you're gonna look to put on your channel?
Yeah, so like all the music I release will it's gonna be distributed on YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, Deezer.
Okay.
Pretty much all the major platforms.
Okay.
So, but like, I don't know. I want to do something else, but like, I don't know, the whole video thing. I don't know.
You don't have to do it.
Maybe it's a reasoning for that.
Yeah.
For maybe that's happening now because it's not time for that right now.
Right. Yeah, and that's something to think about. Like, you don't have to. It's not like a set time of when to work on it. Are you good? When to work on it or when to not work on it. It's mainly this kind of ties back into why I brought up the whole screen time, is because we have devices to create content and we don't. Instead of us creating content, we're looking at other people's content, which is like, okay, we're helping them win, but what are we putting in our own pocket? Like, how are we helping ourselves? Like that was a question that I asked, like, a friend of mine. We had that conversation yesterday, and it just was like, oh, you're so right, but I don't want to talk about this, which is like, hey, you're a great help to getting other people where they need to go. How are you helping yourself get to where you need to go? Or who's helping you when you need help?
And that's the thing. I feel like with like building connections with people, like I feel like, let's say like you and I connected.
Right,
so
right.
I feel like just because we connected on, another level, like it's like, why would I not support you if you're supporting me?
Facts,
and I feel like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
But like most, I don't know.
No, say it. I'm not pushing you to say it, but like, what you want to say.
Oh, well,
it's not.
Most people like are selfish, I guess.
No, most people are selfish.
And like,
we
like even with looking at videos, like this pleases me, so I'm gonna keep looking at it. So
right.
But at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm different. I feel like that's how it should be, just because that's naturally how it is. Like,
I'm different. Then it makes me. I guess I'm different too.
Like I like the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So why not share it?
Yeah.
Like that's the people that I want to connect. I want to connect with the people that resonate with me, because it'll be a natural like relationship.
Right. So are you finding others who are doing what you're doing to another level?
I have connected with like artists. So like if I hear something that sounds good, like of course I'm just gonna immediately attach me to that person, and I can't say that it's a lot. It's not like I'm like, oh, I like that. It's just like obviously I love animals, so
yeah,
I'm trying to justify my TikTok.
Okay.
But like I don't know, like animals I love.
Totally yourself, but go ahead.
But
you did.
I ain't judging. So look, animals I love.
No, I mean,
and like I don't know, like positive people, like the other stuff, like seeing the
violence and the negativity.
All that. Like I could just do without all that stuff.
Right.
I just wish that more people would be more positive. Because like honestly, like if let's say like you're more positive, or like you're being more helpful or altruistic or whatever,
right.
and I'm doing the same thing, like we just keep on passing that, vibe of positivity, and they can kind of, hopefully slash that negativity. But
you also have some people who are tired slashers that just come along just to fuck up the vibe unintentionally. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it negatively. I'm saying it from a real. That's really how people. Because you have some people that just come along and they're dark horses. I'm not a fan of it.
As soon as you said that, I thought of Katy Perry. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh my gosh, it's starting.
No, it's a music. I'm a music head, so I get it. You got to remember.
I would have just burst out of the song right now.
No, I don't do the copyright infringements. We do not. Let me go ahead and cover my disclaimer that I put on all my podcasts. We do not own the rights to anything you hear during this podcast. All my podcasts have it. So real quick, I'm gonna tell you, okay, like, without going into too much about it. I was doing a podcast with a friend of mine. I'll try to find that episode. And we were sitting there, we were singing these songs, and in the middle of it, I just was like, "We do not own," and she literally busted out laughing because I was like,
"That's funny."
It fit that moment because it was just, I think we were talking about something, and it was a Whitney Houston song, and I started singing it, and she was just like, "Brian, I can't stay." I was like, "I mean, it fit you. What you want?" So yeah, I'm a big music guy. Like for my five, my if you left me with five to listen to, Sade, it would be Sade. God, which one was a? Any artist? I can't. I'm trying to think of any album.
I'm keeping track.
It would be it's a Sade. It's like a couple of Sade's album that I would Love Deluxe. That's the one. Love Deluxe is a good album. I'm probably cheating for what this next album. Nah, actually not really. 2 would be Stevie Wonder Songs in the Key of Life because it's a double disc album. A lot of people don't realize like that's one of those albums I can play start to finish. Mary J. Blige, Share My World. I think because I need to listen to it again, I want to listen to Kendrick's album like fully and just kind of take it in, the new one. I think everybody's so like.
It was one song I heard. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, everyone's so like critical of it, but then on the same token, I'm like, everything comes down to, and I say this all the time, where and how you consume music. Because if you consume music through headphones, earbuds, in the car, with a speaker, all of those are going to sound different. But no one understands like you can't play lo-fi. You can't play lo-fi on a big speaker and be like, oh, this is a vibe. It's more of a chill vibe of just like letting it play how it's meant to be played. Like, cause everything's about like, there's a joke that's been going around with this. It's a video of this song that's like, doom, 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 doom. It's like, it's an audio that everyone uses and they're explaining the difference between beat and rhythm. And having to educate people on that is very hard when you're trying to do music.
I want to know what it is.
No, I'm gonna find it. It's a real simple sound effect because I think I use it in an audio, and like a lot of people was like, I don't get it. I'm like, it's okay. It's not. This might not be for you. It's all right. every song is not your moment.
That's my song.
No, this is not your song.
Oh.
But you know, this is a beat versus rhythm song. Like a lot of people don't realize that's what you're hearing is the beat, but then the rhythm is.
Can you play it one more time?
No, copyright.
Oh dang!
Had to hear it on your own time. It's on my channel. You can follow me at the Past BT Pod on TikTok since we doing promo. Shit. Up my plays.
Oh my gosh, now it's gonna be in my head.
That's your fault.
I definitely heard it before.
Yeah. All right, so when you're not listening to music, when you're not creating content, you said kayaking. What's some other things you like to do? Told you this will be look, here's the funny part. We're at like the 41-minute mark and we talked about a whole bunch of stuff.
That's true. It doesn't seem like it's been a lot.
Then people be sitting there, they like, hold on, man, it's 2 hours. I mean, what would you expect?
Let's see. What else do I like to do?
What's your financial guilty pleasure?
My financial guilty pleasure.
If money was no object, what's something that you would buy a lot of?
Food. Sorry.
No, you're not.
Whew. I like food.
Okay. What's your favorite non-chain spot?
Favorite non-chain spot? Non-chain spot.
Yeah, because I mean, the chains are like that's the obvious. So that's why it's like, what's your non-chain go-to?
I think of something that's not non-chain that I go to.
All right, we'll circle back. You can hold in the queue. It'll come up. What's your...
I forgot the name of the place. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. There's a place. It's right beside, it's right next to Good People Studios.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, what's the name of it?
Where is that?
They have a salmon. Oh my gosh.
Is it downtown? I've never been.
Yes, so it's on. It was on First Street. Oh,
Okay.
It's horrible. Church on Mark. I'm directionally challenged. What is this on First? It's
So
on
we
First
work
or
on.
Second.
So our goal is landmarks. We need to learn landmarks.
We do.
Landmarks.
I'm horrible with like.
No,
I'm telling. Don't ask me for directions.
I'm not.
Just don't.
But it's not directions.
Be lost.
Like directions are minor. Like okay, let me give benefit of the doubt.
Let me see. You see that flag? Well, okay, go ahead.
No, I can see the flag. Go ahead. Let's do interaction. Since you want to start stuff, you gonna tell me which way the flag flying?
Like that's a landmark, right?
Yeah. I mean, you really don't even have to use that as a landmark. You can say Wawa because Wawa's up the street. Like you have different. Okay, this is how you learn areas. There's a school nearby. There's the YMCA. There's 2 gas stations. You could say 3.
All those landmarks.
There's a pharmacy, CVS. All of that's right over here. And then if you go further up, if you say, "Oh, I'm trying to get a Mechanicsville," you talking about with KFC, Burger King, Wendy's. Yeah.
And that's crazy that you said that. And I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a Walgreens right there on the left. That is so funny.
So
it's a Long John Silver over there. Yeah, I know.
So
Okay, I got the whole visual.
Yeah, so you do know.
So, okay.
Walgreens
Landmarks
isn't food.
food.
Walgreens ain't food, but you got
It's
it.
right there.
I know.
Well, I go there and get my Boom Chicka Pop. It's Boom Chicka Pop.
Got it.
The purple one.
Them sound similar to one that I think I had them one time at Starbucks a while back.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, my guilty pleasure. I never wait.
You said food. You said food. You said
okay.
restaurant, but no, you good.
I got
So what's one gift that you feel others should receive from you and they don't receive enough of?
From me?
Yeah.
They don't receive enough of?
Or that you don't share enough of, I guess is a better question.
Me?
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. Just been more reserved, I guess. So I think like if people like knew who I am as a person, you know. I don't know.
So who are you as a person? That's the purpose of this podcast. Like I'm telling you now, no one.
No, oh my God, I want to break this. It's not to have no hair on this thing.
It's not. Like
goofy.
An offline. So an offline version of you. Like if somebody was to see you somewhere and say, "Hey, who's Nicole? Tell me about her. Tell me about her. What she's about."
We use some adjectives. We just keep it simple.
Yeah, that's
goofy. Different.
Okay.
Funny. She can sing. Let's see what would I say about myself? Animated sometimes.
Okay.
I like music. I like randomly. I don't know. So I correlate like things that happen.
Back at your hand like it did something to you.
What else? I haven't read, and I probably should go get one of these books before I leave.
What's the last book you read?
The Bible.
Okay. What's your favorite book?
My favorite book?
That's wild.
The Bible and the Quran, really. I mean,
as many times I've been in here, I don't really talk about too many books in here, but once in a while. Like I record in here a lot, but I never talk about books too often. But then too, like I've got a whole stack of books that we're beefing right now because we just have not been read or talked to each other. And I got a bunch of them. I have the Kindle app. Go ahead.
Do you have National Geographic?
No. As far as like the subscription, you know, like getting
no, just like magazines.
No, I didn't. I never.
Oh my gosh!
I personally never sub, but you got to remember, y'all. So you're the animal person. I'm not.
Oh yeah, sure.
So mine's was so my when it was a thing, my guilty pleasure would have been more like gaming books when they had them. But I really didn't get like after a while, like you get all of them by a certain year. Yeah, like you get certain ones. You're like, okay, I don't want to read everybody's ratings because like I kind of almost circle back and forth. Like right now, I think it just started. Right now, I would probably be watching what's called Dub Dub, which is worldwide Apple the Apple Developers event because that's something that I'm into.
Techie.
Like, yeah, hardcore techie. Like,
yeah.
but the thing is, like, I'm not your typical techie of I know tech. No one else should learn tech. I'm like, nah. Let me give you the resource, give you the information because it's so much that.
And that's a good thing. That's something I like about you. Like, you're helpful. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, the reason, but part of that I think is because everyone wasn't as open to helping me with some things. Some people were like, they're like, oh, you can figure it out, you'll get the hang of it. And then a lot of it was I had to figure this shit out on my own. Learn how to podcast myself. I didn't go to nobody like, hey, I'm trying to do a podcast. What do? I always tell this story, but it'll always live with me rent free. My first podcast is probably one of the most memorable yet weirdest podcasts I ever did. I was using this application, Spreaker, and I had my microphone hooked up. It wasn't this one. I had like a Samsung Meteor. It was hooked up to my computer. I used their interface that they had, and I hit record. Whole time I thought I was talking into my microphone. I was talking into the little microphone on the computer. So that's why I do mic checks like I do. Like I don't do that whole 1, 2, 1. No, just talk about something random. Like I'm not gonna sit there and be like say something to Mike because you're gonna talk, and I can get it. So now that I've done it enough times and I've used different interfaces, like I live through Adobe Audition. Like Audition is probably my favorite audio program. I love GarageBand. I love Audacity. Audacity is good for being free, but Audition is just. I can cheat this program just as much as anybody else. Meaning, like, if you said something, and I'm like, oh, I don't want that to be in there. Either I can reverse it or I can delete it. It's so many different little things I can do because I've worked with the program so much. So that's why. That's just cool. I know it's like a random sidebar about it, but yeah, like I think everyone has their thing that they like or are into. So that's why I try to let people like be themselves. Like that's what this podcast has always been about. And like you said, with the helping part, I can look at my account now and know I ain't got much in my name. But on the same token, what I can offer is probably in the millions. It is not. Like, I don't got no shame saying it. I'm holding. Look, I'm rubbing nickels together with dreams. I
was ready to start singing.
No, it's all good.
Okay. My like money actually does jiggle.
Like, they're not going to hear that. That's the funny part. That dude was super viral too, like super quick. So as we near the 51-minute mark, we're not gonna run anything crazy out of pocket. Are there any other things that you want to share personally that anyone does or doesn't know? And then I got like 2 final parts and then we're done.
Gosh, you asked that question. My heart's like, you hear it?
Mm-hmm. I really can't, but I just said it just to see what you would say. Like, sure, I can hear it. Like, I got that. I got good hearing, but I ain't that good. I can't listen to people's, like, anatomy. Yo, you can't feel it through the table? Yeah. I'm an empath, but there's layers and levels in there.
Oh, my gosh.
My third eye and I, we're beefing right now, so.
I'd say, something else. I don't know, my cheeks are like. No.
You've been laughing literally the entire time.
Not at this moment.
That's cool. All right, I got a better one. I got a better question because this will kind of do like my closing. This is actually fun. This is my favorite part of the show. It's not me ending the show, but it's me like giving people like that something they'll remember. Like they'll remember everything else because most of it's been laughing, at least looking at the audio clip. But as you know, the name of the show is called The Pass. Everyone is surprised because I don't talk about sports as much, but I really kind of don't have like my sports interest is kind of like whatever. But the term pass became important to me because I always like to do what's called a message, like passing a message along to the listeners. Probably you listen to other shows that I've done. You've heard this before on the show? No. Okay, cool. So this will be unscripted. As the whole show has been. I was waiting before we go any further. You really didn't realize I had no questions in front of me.
No, until I realized that you did it. I was like, oh, says nothing.
I don't like. I don't have any, like, even on my computer, you can look at my screen. All I'm looking at is just the audio and the time. That's it. Like, it's nothing on here. Because I've learned, I've kind of mastered the art. Like, that's weird story, but interesting story. Like, a friend of mine, he references me as the pod guy, which I think is the funniest thing. Because he just thinks I'm like, man, you just know what you're doing. I was like, I kind of don't, but I kind of do. A lot of it is just self-taught. But I do go by my other alias is professional recording engineer. But I say all of that to say, yeah, it's a bougie way of saying podcast. But I was saying, because I really don't, when I tell people, they're like, what? I'm like, just go with it. I guarantee you're not going to find that title on anything online ever. Like I had a shirt made and everything. Go ahead. You good.
I found some. Oh my gosh.
No, you're all right.
She got that bowler.
Huh?
Oh my gosh.
You got what?
I said they're going to be like, she got that bowler.
No, they're gonna be like, she fine. I mean, it's a podcast. If you sit in there and stress yourself with coughing, you'll never cough. So for the end of the show, I want you. This is going to be your opportunity to pass a message along to anyone listening to the show. Anything good, anything bad, anything honest. You can say anything to me. You can say whatever you want. But this is your moment to like give a good message to the listeners or whatever you feel. It's open mic.
On open mic, great. I just told you how I was with open mics. I just froze the last time.
Oh, you want to turn the light on? Is that gonna make it better?
No.
Oh, okay.
You dim it a little bit though.
It's already dim. We dim the lights out there. No. Turn the TV off. What? No, there you go. All right, cool. Boom. Okay. Now you got no excuse.
That's true. Dang it. All right. What would I want people to know? I mean, other than be positive, really, like.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. We focus so much, you know, and I'm guilty of it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not excluding myself from it, but like I find it that like we're real quick to focus and dwell in negativity. Like let's just focus on the positive. And even if you see bad, like just still try to focus on the positive because like, I mean, what is pessimism gonna get us?
Yeah. That's true.
Really nothing and worrying about it. Like you're not gonna get peace from worrying about stuff. So I need to write it down for myself.
Okay.
Self-help.
Go ahead, write it down if you need to.
I ain't got no paper.
Well, you just might have to listen to the show. So we'll be getting that one done because I got a notebook and all that, but I ain't. Look, we've been doing this as much. I'll be like, look, I got to go back and listen to audio anyway, so it's cool. My message to pass along. One, thank you for being on the show. I know this was like a lot, but it wasn't a lot because you were more nervous about it than you realized. But then after we got into like just talking about stuff,
yeah.
Because I think, and this is so funny. This is why sometimes I do wish I recorded and did video because everyone that sits on my show has learned I will sit just as chill. And I'm just like, look, I'm here. And everyone that comes on as a guest, they're so concerned about. I want to make sure everything sounds great and all of my thoughts are clear. And I'm going to be very shy. And I'm just sitting there like, you putting all this effort into it. I'm going to just sit right on. Because I've learned, but one, I also know my voice travels, so I take that into account. But it's so, you're not the first person that has done that. Like, I've had people, they'll sit down like, I'm so scared of that. I'm like, you will be just fine. But no, I appreciate. I know it was.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I knew it won't be that bad. I mean, it's just a matter of mind over matter, and
yeah, true.
Just putting yourself in the right headspace to just knowing, like, if you have the right person leading you to what you're doing, it makes the process a lot easier. Like the guy who I'm going back to the school and help with his stuff, like he was on my show, and when it was his first time doing a podcast, so when he sat there, he was like, "Man, I don't know how this about to go." I said, "Look, let me tell you right now, show will be fine." And I think I told this on a show before. I was good enough. This is how I knew I was good at podcasting, and this is something I would never recommend to anybody to do, but I did it because I didn't care. He was on the show. We were talking. And he's having a conversation about, because he does lawn. He cuts grass. So he was talking about cutting grass. In the middle of him talking about cutting grass, I got up and went to the bathroom. Used the bathroom, came back, and you didn't even know I used the bathroom. Like that was how good the audio, like it just synced, because he was still talking. And I never said anything. Like podcast secrets 101, y'all just gonna have to deal with it because it is what it is. But it actually happened. He'll tell you. He was like, yeah, man, he was like, well, you getting up, where you going? I was like, I gotta pee. I ain't about to, I'm at home. Shoot. When I go to my new spot, it's gonna be the same way. I'm here. I'm where I belong. I'm chilling. So but no, my message, I didn't say all that, and they still ain't got no message. So my message I'm passing along, like I said, thanks for being on the show. Appreciate you being on. I tell you as I tell everybody else, don't be a stranger to coming on the show. Come back because I love to talk with other people. I'm bored talking to myself. It's like someone said this to me a couple weeks ago, and I still don't understand. I understood what he said, but it was so mind-blowing because to me, I've done it so much. He was like, how do you talk to a microphone? And it's like you're talking to yourself, but you make it this very fluid conversation like it's someone else. And I was like, bro, I couldn't tell you. I can't give like an answer to that because I've honestly just gotten used to doing it where I will podcast as if it's everybody standing outside of this room looking at me talk, and I'll podcast like it's just me and the microphone and there's no lights. So I've felt it on all dynamics. Like when I sit in, if you weren't in here as a guest, I would sit here and just be going. Folks would be walking by. People could be opening and closing doors. I gotta create. I can't create based off everybody else. I got a show to run. And I've learned that skill is one of many gifts that I have, which goes into my message that I'm going to pass along.
Self-awareness.
Everyone had self-awareness, and as we talked about last week on my show, Full Circle, everyone's gift is not meant to be held on to for themselves. Your gifts are meant to be given to other people, meaning that if you have a skill with singing, your skill of singing is not meant to be, I can sing. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Don't exalt yourself.
It's like, put your singing to use to let others know, like, hey, I'm a singer. And that's where it expands to wherever you want it to go. With creating content, like 3 or 4 years ago, I had to connect and figure out with myself that I was a content creator. I didn't know I was. I just look at it as, I just write a blog, I do a podcast, and I listen. Did different. I had so many different avenues of skills that I was doing, of designing graphics. But then the more I did it, I was like, no, I'm a content creator. Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, I do logos. Do logos and websites. I'm a
multi-talented.
Because but I think a lot of it came down to I needed things to challenge myself mentally. But I literally learned the more that I was doing stuff. I'm like, look, I got a palette of skills. And this is something I think I talked about on the show last year. I use this reference all the time. You go to any pizza place, and you order pizza. They can do what's called a ghost cut. Have you ever heard of that? Okay, so a ghost cut is when you normally get a pizza cut, it's cut properly where you can pick up the slice. A ghost cut is, it looks like it got cut, but you can't. It's actually like you end up picking up the entire pizza. Okay. So I say that and I reference that because a lot of times in life we try to do everything instead of cutting it up in pieces and properly doing what these things are. So our life, we ghost cut our life and we're trying to do it all. So we pick up the whole pizza and we're like,
and it's all falling all over the place, sloppy.
Right.
Top is falling out.
Yeah, so we don't do that. But like I said, tying it into the initial message, all of our gifts that we have, we need to share them with other people. Whether we want to share them, whether we're ready to share them. Like right now, I felt bad when I posted it last night, but I also realized like I needed to be real with myself of, okay, I have these skills. I have this business that I'm doing. I'm doing design websites and I'm doing logos. I really have not gotten any real deal proper training to learn how these programs work. Let me look online and find who can do a program for Adobe Illustrator. I was talking with someone else online because they were saying like I'm looking to learn Procreate with designing, and I'm like, I got the application, it's $10. don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, I'm just sitting there, like, just throwing stuff. Like, all right, maybe something worked. And I'm like, no, I need to actually know how this program, like, get my money's worth out of it. So I want to learn that. I want to learn Illustrator, Procreate, web design, like the core basis of web design. Like, I know how to do HTML. I've done all of that. But, like, implementing it, making it important through WordPress, all of that. Because it's a business that I'm going to really make my business. Like, I've had an LLC for years. But I want to actually make sure I'm getting my money's worth out of it. So I'm using my gifts to, like, you know, of course, like anything it costs. So that's why I'm like, let me make sure I got money together to, like, do this and also still do the other stuff that I'm working on. So just utilizing the gifts you have, sharing them with other people, not holding on to them. Because if you hold on to them, taking them, I mean, no pun intended, you take them to your grave. So just something to think about.
It's true.
Well, we made it.
We did.
Well, you made it because I ain't.
Oh,
I was unfazed. No,
well, shoot. I felt like I kind of. What that said? Dang. Now I want to share.
No, share.
Like, cause I'm working on a song. I ain't got no music, but
that's fine.
now I'm nervous. Now, as soon as I said it out my mouth,
no,
like my heart just like.
Why? Because you actually got to address it.
No, it's just. Why would I have to sing it?
Okay.
There's no copyright because I'm right here. But now I'm nervous. Oh, but you said, like, if you don't share it, you could take it to your grave. Like, I don't know, like, do I just start singing?
It's up to you.
Well, you can always edit it out, right?
If you don't, if my neighbors don't, my library neighbors don't come in here and go scream.
I'm gonna be quiet.
No, you as bad as, no, you just bad as other. I had somebody else do that before when he said something. I was like, if I don't never come back to this library, I know why. No. She's fine. No, yeah, but she heard you, but she didn't make a big fuss.
Okay, all right. Let me just be quiet.
All right, we'll see.
But like, what if I did sounded like that?
All right, let's do this. All right, I'll make a challenge. I'm not gonna. I'll give you a better challenge, and it's not me putting off tomorrow what can be done today. It's let's be realistic. Let's be authentic with our intentions.
Yes.
Because I don't. If you come back on the show, I wouldn't do it here. When I get my new place, you come, we'll set up, make it a vibe, and you can just sing the song.
I won't go sing a whole song. I just go sing a piece of a song.
Yeah, sing a piece of it, and then we'll still do it'll still be a podcast.
A whole podcast of singing?
No, it wouldn't be just singing. It would be just about other stuff, like the life of singing, because the singing community is different. Remember, I'm not, just because I don't do things don't mean I don't know things. Like, I know people who sing. I have folks who are singers that I've gotten, like, real good ideas of, like, how singing life is.
Yeah.
Like, I know someone who's a producer.
You said you're a music person. Oh,
I got a couple, like,
something.
I got my friend, because my boy Luke, he does he's produced a lot of songs. So I've talked with him, like, we sit and have some music conversations. I'd be like, bro, you know it on another level. So I know I'm the consumer. That's my goal. I consume and listen. I don't critique. I just say I like it. I don't. I'm good. Whatever, and then just flow with it. But no, I'm not gonna put you on the spot to sing. Like, if you want to, you can. But if not, I mean, you can.
I low-key do.
We got 38 minutes for this
38
room.
minutes. Oh dang.
For the room, because it's at 2:00. I'm getting kicked out.
All right. Well, so the song I'm working on, it's
By the way, I'm removing that squawk part, but go ahead. That shit was loud. Excuse my French.
Thank you.
No.
Then you gotta be thinking about that one.
It's gone. No, it'll be gone. Don't worry about it. I know exactly what to have.
Oh my god.
She's not gonna say a word.
She's not. Okay.
I told you.
I'm thinking about it.
No. So that all right. Two things. One, 90% of what you worry about never happens. Like I said. Number two, agreement. Number three, don't make assumptions. You haven't read the 4 agreements yet, right?
4 agreement?
Mm-hmm.
No, it seems like I got a lot of homework to do. It's good stuff though.
Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Be impeccable with your word.
Okay.
Don't make assumptions. Always do your best.
Okay.
And there's a 5th one, but I haven't read the book yet. I got the book in the house, and I'm just like, I'll get to it.
Oh.
It's almost better to just read the 5th agreement, because I think it talks about the other 4. I might be wrong. But the four agreements is actually at Five Below.
Oh, cool. Huh.
They literally have copies. That like I went to not a Barnes and Noble, a Five Below out in off of Brook Road, and they had them there. The Five Below over there where Dick's Sporting Goods is. All right. You got the full?
You can always edit it out.
Nope.
All right, so
told them I'm getting rid of Squawk. I ain't getting rid of this.
Oh
no.
my god.
Premium content right here. Only on the pass so you get this is first time I'm getting a single. Come on, man.
Okay.
I got confidence in you. If I didn't care, I would literally say, all right, that's the end of the show. Thanks for tuning in. Signing out. All that other stuff.
All right, so backstory about the song. I was contemplating like how life was like in the past. And just like kind of just thinking about my life. And then I don't know, but the last part is worry, don't bring peace about it. So like I think I did a lot of that. So but this song is kind of like more of me, I guess. Like my other songs, I mean it's me too and how I feel, but like I'm just gonna sing the song. I'm gonna turn around.
All right, you turn around. What you need? Why do I gotta turn around?
No, you don't. I'm gonna turn around.
How did we hear do the microphone?
Okay, get you.
I'm chilling.
It's okay, I'll just put this up.
All right, hey, do what you do. You got what you need. You need
it looks like Wilson. Okay.
No, it looks like a pop filter. It's like you put a pop filter in front of the microphone or something like.
Oh.
You need a
Why you? No, just don't look over here.
Ain't nothing here. All right, cool.
Yay! Thank you. I look like you're reading a book. Okay. He's not paying attention to me. Girl, sing that song. All right.
At all.
Yeah, I'm laughing and smiling.
I gotta edit it anyway. So.
Oh my gosh! All right. I'm sorry, Tim. You moved the phone.
What?
Let me stop worried about what you're doing over here.
What do you mean?
Because you look funny over there. Because it's like I can tell.
I'm in a zone.
You're purposely trying not to pay attention. It's just so funny.
It's called being present.
Oh gosh! All right. Let me sing this like I'm sorry.
Listen, you about to get the Pomodoro treatment.
I know, right?
Like 5 minutes and be like, all right. Well,
I
that's
know.
all the
All I
time
need
we
is
have.
30 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
How did all go wrong when the burden's gone? I moved on my way. Can you right this wrong? Can you hear the song? It's hard to be when you're not near me. Insanity goes on, burden left the storm. Sailed away out in the world. Travel with my pain, leaving memories stay. I'm moving on my way. Okay, that's it. I don't know what the name of that song is gonna be. I need some music.
No, I need to make sure I can come back next time. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
No, you weren't that loud. I wasn't listening. Wait, time out. Before we go any further, why did you cover your face when we have it?
I don't know. It just. I know you're clearly right there. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. That's what happened. Like, I was on stage and I literally I thought that if I, I'm telling you, it was bad. I wish I might have recorded it just so I could see for myself. But doing this and I was trying to. I don't know. That's I think just because I have been judged so much. I think it's a habit for me because it's if someone you constantly hear, negative, and people telling you what you're incapable of or what you're not going to be, you start to believe it. So even I know I'm older now, but it's still kind of I always have that in my mind because it was I was, judged a lot. Right. And I guess I just held on to it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's a thing.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm trying to like overcome that. But I think I just need to be more confident in myself because at the end of the day, like when you have confidence, and it shows, and when you don't, it shows. So,
Yep.
I mean, I can't really make it anything other than I mean, I'm not there yet, but I'll get there.
God, yeah, you will.
But I like that song, and when I sing it by myself, it sounds, I don't know, I sing it better, I guess.
Okay.
Put some music to it. I don't know.
All right.
It can be a lovely song.
So, this is my final thought. I'm going to say this and then we're going to wrap up.
Okay.
And this might be what you need to hear. And I think it's just where I'm at with, because I've learned with me now, I'm at a point where I can say things and I can be unapologetically me about saying it. It's not going to come off like, oh, I'm an asshole. Like I say things very direct, but also very with a respectful delivery, because that's just me. You're in a position right now where this is not a reading. This is not me doing anything. This is me being me, knowing my skill set, my worth, or my knowledge. Mm-hmm. For 36, 37 years, I thought I was a passenger in my life. And because of that, I always kind of just went along with, okay, I'm just going through and figuring it out. And everything just how it's going to be. I went to this was 2018. When I lost my job, I did this hustle kind of job. It was a job, but it was like the commute, wear and tear on the car, just different things. Funny, I'm doing a podcast. I got a question about a podcast. But I was, I'm working out there, and as I was driving out there back and forth, like I went to like go get something to eat. It was a little place nearby. I was like, let me go get something to eat and come back. On the way back, I said, I'm a driver. For the longest time, I always thought I was a passenger when the whole time I've been a driver, but I've been a driver acting as a passenger. I'm not saying this is the case for you, but I think it may be the idea or the realization that you're starting to see that you have to come out of the passenger seat to be the driver of what you're going to do. Yeah. If you go on stage as a passenger, it's going to scare the shit out of you. If I went into podcasting, like I podcasted majority of my shows as a passenger with just me. And to me, like people would look at it and be like, but you sounded okay. You seemed like you were good. Yeah, but I also wasn't recording like I was the driver or I ran the show. So now I have that ability, like if I have you on as a guest, I'm not going to be like, they don't need to hear me. They don't know what I'm talking about. They need to hear you. It's more so you talk and I'll sit back. Because what helps is being in a space to be heard. That could be another factor too. A lot of times when we feel like we're doing things, people don't hear us. So it's like when we get that opportunity to be the biggest voice, because if I didn't have to do it in this library and if I want to I'd yell and act plumb fool because it's me. I've done it. Like it's shows that I have that are very loud, that are very like, oh my God, this ain't Brian, this ain't who we know. And it's like, no, it's me. It's just a different light. So I say all of that to you saying it as don't dim. This is another message to pass along. Don't dim your light because you're concerned about other people dimming it for you. If you have that, like you can sing. Like I've listened to the music songs you've done. It's you knowing like you got to know that you can sing, and you got to put yourself in a position of saying, I know I'm good at what I do. Once you have that, it's up. It's nothing but up. And I'm saying that to you, but I'm also telling myself that because I'm experiencing that now with myself, not with this podcasting and whatever, like newsletters, all of whatever. But like my role, like in tech, being in the designing and coding, there are days that I'm like, I can do this, and there are days that I'm like, I don't think this is for me. So it's like the confidence builder, just knowing like if you weren't meant to do it, you wouldn't be in a position to do it to begin with.
True.
So
that's true.
Deal with that information as you will.
Yeah. I'm
gonna wrap the show up. Like I said, please come back as a guest. I don't want to wait until I'm in the 400s and you're like, oh, I'm ready to come on. I'm like, no, I'm traveling that. No, I don't know. I really don't know what this podcast. I say this all the time. I never know what this podcast is going to go. for me, it's just been sitting in front of a mic talking shit or talking about life and letting it be what it is. So you're always welcome to have a space at the cast. Any social media plugs before I forget? Yay or nay? If you don't want to share them, you don't have to.
What's the social? Oh, see, I heard this before. Yeah. So like, I give like your
social media
handles and all that stuff.
Yeah, if you have any. If you don't, then you can say I'm online. You do TikTok, don't you?
Yeah, so everything's Nichrist John. So NICHRISTJON. Might be some underscore somewhere. I don't know. but yeah, just look up Nichrist John.
Links will be in the show notes.
I always have to do that because everyone forgets them. So I'll do my due diligence and research and put them into the or they'll be sent to me and I'll share them. It'll be great. I promise you. Well, that being said, we have finished another episode, another guest. I always love this. I always get 2 guests back to back because, well, I got an undercover episode that I'm slipping out tomorrow. It was like a quick show that I did because we're not using that microphone, but somebody gifted me a microphone, so I just tested it out to be like, all right, let me see how this works with podcasts. I'm like, oh, this might be a game changer. Like I would like this is my if I have guests on, I would use this microphone. If it's me talking, I would use the other microphone. They're both the blue microphone. If you listen to 348, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna talk about it over here because keeping things a secret.
And I look, you saw it. I was like, I want that. So when I saw you had, I said, oh, that's cool.
Which one? The snowball? Oh, this one? Yeah, this one is lit. Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good one. We will be back. Hopefully, like I said, she'll be back on soon. All right. Y'all have a good one. Take it easy.
Me and Squishy.
Me and Squishy is the funniest way to end the show. But all right. Bye.
Well, that was definitely a fun show. I hope you all learned something. I hope you all gained some information either about myself or about yourselves, because I know with the message that's passed along, it's usually meant to do a little bit of reflection, maybe some shadow work, not sure, all about your niche or lane. But I want to take time and utilize this section to share. Thank you to anyone who has taken time to listen to the show, to subscribe to the show, to leave any comment, to leave any feedback. If you want to leave any information, the pastbtpod@gmail.com. Podcasts are uploaded using Buzzsprout, probably one of my favorite platforms to be on. And to all my artists, if you know that you have a gift, share that gift with the rest of us because we're waiting. Until next time, this is the Past signing out. Peace.